Hi, so I'm in the studio working on this project with San Diego Art Institute, and I did a video a couple days ago furthering describe the project and the inspirations that have led up to it. And it's really interesting because, well, I wanted to do this video because it really helps me. Just having you on the other side really helps me talk through it. And I haven't been around a lot of artists lately to kind of talk through the process, although for the past month I kind of binged on that. I was working with two other women artists at the Pasadena Museum of California Art as we installed our show. So we got a lot of good art talks in, life talks, art talks. And, but yeah, now I'm solo again in the studio, hiding out in the den and making work. So, so the interesting thing about what's happening right now is, so this project is about fear and about overcoming our fears, and I really am going through exactly that at the moment. A lot of fears are kind of nestling their way in my head as I work. So part of the project that I described in the other video is using my grandmother's old letters that I inherited. She was going to throw them away, but I promised her that if she gave them to me, then I wouldn't read them. And they're just so precious, and I'm afraid to include them in the work, even though I am, and I will be. So I've bound some of these already. So this is like the handwriting of her siblings. This is definitely not her handwriting, but letters that have been passed back and forth, that were sent back and forth between her and her siblings after she arrived in America. Each one is bound. I have some of them here, but each one is bound with 4 of these little knots, and I'm just thinking about seasons. So 4 seasons, the seasons of things, that this too shall pass, that these times come and go, hardships come and go. So just thinking about that. So they're wrapped with 4 of these little knots, each one. So as I showed before, I have these, all of these letters that so these are torn by her. She tore them up and threw them in a black trash bag, and I fished them out of there. And I guess the fear I'm dealing with is, like with, I think it comes up when I'm making work, the fear of it not being respected. Not so much that it won't be received, I guess sometimes, but more that it won't be respected in the way that I hope. I don't know why. It's a weird fear because I don't know if that's ever happened before, because I really believe that, you know, the spirit in which I'm making the art is the spirit that will connect with others, or that will speak to others. And it's taking everything out of me not to read these letters. So, but the cool thing, so here's one of them, is that there's these little images, like those glasses whoever wrote this letter, and I'm not given permission to find out who, because that would require reading. But whoever drew these glasses, like, what were they trying to say? So what I'm doing is I'm trying to find little icons and drawings, which I don't know how often they'll appear, but they're funny, and it makes it easier to deal with. I mean, even like the back of this paper, there's these beautiful little flowers that are printed. Look at that, like a little lotus. So where did this paper come from? There's these little hints that I'm able to pick up. Here's another one. Yeah, there's these little images that I'm able to pick up. So it's really funny because this project is about overcoming fear, and I'm really experiencing some of this fear as I'm working. Like, this is her history, and I'm making them into these. And they're going to be hidden for, I don't want to say forever, because I actually don't know if it'll be forever, but until someone decides to unwrap them, I guess. In which case, I guess that won't break my promise, because I promised her that I wouldn't read them. But still. So anyway, I'm just moving forward, and I'm continuing to wrap these little things. So, yeah, but it's funny that, like, the project is about the thing that I'm having to overcome as I'm making it, which was not expected. Those things are never expected when I'm making the work. They just kind of reveal themselves, and then it becomes a part of the work, which is, I guess, makes it more genuine. Although that's not always it doesn't make it feel any better. But I just wanted to share and just talk about it. So yeah, if you are interested in participating and sending in your writings, your handwritings, please visit my site. I'm going to include the link below, but it's trinmai.com, trinhmai.com, under call to participants. And I've received letters from such a diverse group of people, from people who have been formerly incarcerated, people who have overcome addictions, immigrants, children of immigrants and refugees, people who have suffered from PTSD and are suffering still, and a lot of we all have experienced fear. So this project can serve anyone. Thank you for listening and for watching, and I hope to receive your letters, and push forward with this project and make it meaningful, and involve the community in it as well. All right, thanks. Bye. That was kind of a confessional.